it's sort of a dream to have this film play, you know, a big audience in New York, but to be opening the New York Film Festival is pretty special. So it's just, I guess the sheer experience is something to be remembered and cherished. I mean, we had a blast making the film. I think it's very unique. It's got a kind of great spirit, and it's very funny, but it's also very touching, and it's quite dark. And I guess I just hope they appreciate our intentions, and let's hope they do.
We've been fortunate enough to see the film premiere in Venice and Telluride now here in New York. And festivals, all the audiences have reacted very strongly to the film, so hopefully New York audiences will too.
It was a lot of fun. Abigail is a survivor and has come from some pretty tough stuff into the kingdom of Queen Anne. And she does what she needs to do to kind of make it up the ranks. Abigail and the Queen develop a bond, and I don't know, I see where the love comes in, but I think that Abigail could probably be seen as a little deceptive or a little scary in some ways also. Yeah.
The storyline is, I suppose, mainly about three women and the power struggle between two of them in particular to become the favorite of the Queen, and it's about power and identity and lust and ambition and politics. So I play a young man of the court called Masham who has a relatively high ranking, and he sees Emma's character Abigail, who's a young servant at the beginning, and he kind of lusts after her. And there's this game of cat and mouse develops between the two of them, where they kind of fall for each other, but she sees him as an opportunity to climb rank, and there's a cat and mouse game throughout the film between the two of them. It was incredible, you know. It's to still be a relatively early stage in my career and work with a cast like this and filmmakers like this. It's unbelievable.
The favourite thing about making this movie was the rehearsal period, actually. Yorgos got the lead six cast together for 2 weeks, and we danced and sang and did scenes together whilst we were humming and walking in unison and all sorts of strange games, which just meant that we all got to know each other very well and felt very comfortable on set to have fun and not feel embarrassed by anything. I play Harley, who's attempting to be a manipulative politician who I think is slightly outraged by everything that goes on in court in this microscopic world, and tries to weasel his way to the top by making false friends, perhaps. I think it's an interesting look at power dynamics and relationships and what's true and false between people. So yeah, I hope they say it that way. I think it's a movie that you'll leave the cinema or theatre and have a lot to discuss once you leave on whose side and what you believe.
Incredible. It was incredible to work on this incredible film. It was hard work and fun. And the characters actually come to life during the fittings. So every time I met one of the actors to do the fitting and try things on, that's when the characters evolve and come to life and you see things happening.
Well, it's about these three women in the court of Queen Anne, 20th century England, that they basically fight for the Queen's favor, and it's about their personal journey and relationships and how those affect the fate of a nation. It was a long journey. We started almost 9 or 8 years ago. We wanted to get the script right. We wanted to focus a lot on these three characters, we wanted to get the casting right, and I ended up having the perfect casting that I always wanted, and everything went well after that. I just hope they're entertained, but at the same time they're intrigued about the story and can relate to it and can feel their relevancy with our times.